So how did you find functional medicine, and what resonated with you when you initially learned about it?
Well, I learned about functional medicine about 10 years ago, and for me it was a walkway into living hope. And the reason it was because the first time I took the AFMCP class, out of 4 times now, I learned that there's so much biochemistry that I don't know. So I went home and I actually taught myself biochemistry. Now, I've had quantitative analysis, but never biochemistry. And then when I heard Dr. Bland, he made biochemistry live. And it became a vast journey into the center of a cell. And it's so amazing. I tell my clients right now that I eat biochemistry for breakfast, and they just laugh. But when they see the results of their ions and their biochemistry tests coming back, and I can explain it in the network of their symptoms, they're like awed. And that is the walk that I've had with functional medicine. It has just opened up a whole new avenue. Now, I'm a nurse, and I'm an adventurer, and I would prefer to be in a kayak or on a mountain or in an ocean than in a clinic. But I do that for my clients because I've learned a new adventure, and I have replaced an adventure from outside to inside in that vast universe within us that is so totally amazing that every time I study it, I learn more. Ruth DeBusk was one of my teachers in her books on genetics, and I had to just pull her aside at a conference and thank her for all of the information that she gave me in her books. And in fact, part of the dedication of my new book, The DNA of Hope, will be to her, because she presented the liveliness of genetics, not the boring repetition that I had in college, which was so boring. And when you can learn genetics and make it live, it's another walkway into hope. So between IFM and my clients and learning their next step, to me, it's a journey and adventure that I love. One of my clients taught me to go even deeper. And when she taught me to go deeper, she called me up and she said, I don't know you, somebody referred me to you. And she said, my problem is I'm running out of runway. I've got this diagnosis, the doctors don't know what to do, and somebody suggested that you think a little bit out of the box, maybe you can help. So later that day, she hobbled up the stairs to my clinic, and I looked at her chart, and I lost hope for a second. And then I realized my training in functional medicine start with the story. And I started with her story and her timeline, and I learned of the tremendous amount of allergies she had, and how allergy after allergy and bronchitis and what they thought was tuberculosis and et cetera, and adding this up with the eczema and the psoriasis, and we checked her DNA, not her DNA, excuse me, we checked her vitamin D, and it was really low. I mean, like, no kidding. And then we checked her gut function, and it was like, well, there must be a connection between gut and vitamin D, and there was. So we took her the next step and put a whole team around her, because her problem was more than one person could handle. We started a belief team, and that belief team supported her in making foods, doing the different soups, doing the different muffins that we needed for her. And then we started a muscular and breathing exercise team, so that as she went through the surgery, her lungs would be strong and her muscles would be strong. And when she woke up after surgery, this was a mastectomy, she got up off the table in the recovery room and walked around. Nobody has ever seen this, but being able to get rid of the anesthesia, being so strong, putting on her plate, as I teach my clients, make your plate like a warrior, and don't let anyone put on that plate what you don't want to heal your cells. Become a plate warrior. She was a plate warrior, and she superseded what we asked her to do. Part of her belief team was her ex-husband, and part of her belief team 5 years after she remarried him. And it's the most amazing story. And she is living today, and her doctors see her every 3 months because they don't know why she lived. Well, she lived because she has the Wild Heart Strong definition. That's my company, Wild Heart Strong. The Wild Heart Strong definition of how. It's hope and belief. And when you put those two together with a hope of fight for and a belief of fight with, and you put them together, you cannot break what happens to that individual, and you will help them get their I can back. And that is what functional medicine has taught me. It's been an amazing journey.